Hello, and thank you for joining me once again for the latest installment of The Vault. My name is Julie Fry, and I'm the curator at Stan Hywet Hall and Gardens. Christmas was the Seiberlings' favorite holiday. It was the one that they spent the most time getting ready for, and it was mostly the job of Gertrude Seiberling to kind of tackle every November to get ready for all of her family to come to town and visit. The Seiberlings had the habit of having what they called an on Christmas and an off Christmas. The on Christmas meant that all of the children would come to Akron, those living out of town would travel, whereas the off Christmas meant the out of towners maybe were spending Christmas with the other sides of their family. So we get a lot of questions about what did decorations look like, what did they eat for Christmas dinner. We're gonna look into some of that information in this episode. In 1931, we actually have a menu, a sample menu that Gertrude wrote down in a notebook for Christmas dinner. So this is what the Seiberlings would have had for Christmas dinner in 1931. Cream of spinach soup with wafers. Then they had a course of celery, radishes, and olives, followed by roast turkey with an oyster and sage stuffing, gravy, cranberry jelly, mashed potatoes, and mashed squash with green string beans, is how Gertrude wrote it down. They also had heated hard rolls, followed by a lime salad on lettuce with mayonnaise and Swedish wafers. And finally, for dessert, they served coffee and had pumpkin and minced pies, followed by a cheese course and caramel ice cream to finish. So pretty elaborate probably, especially as back then things would have come out at different times, a little dissimilar to how our Thanksgiving feast, if it's anything like my family, everything's on the table at one time. So also on the same piece of paper, she talks about the decorations that would have in the dining room that year. So the Della Robbia wall porcelain over the mantel, silver leaf branches and fruit wreaths. The table had a blue satin ribbon, blue glass containers with orange and yellow branches. Fruit decorations in groups in containers, grapes, apples, oranges, pears, and grapefruit. And then tall red candles, place cards made by Harriet Miles, who was Gertrude's sister-in-law, a poinsettia card with a shell of a eucalyptus tree stuck on, scooped out to hold a very small candle in red. Very pretty, she notes afterwards. So preparing the menu and also the decorations was just one task. Gertrude also would have been responsible for doing all of the shopping. And of course, they had a very large family to shop for. F.A. and Gertrude had 6 children. F.A. was one of 9 siblings. They were all married. They all had children of their own. And so there were many cousins, nieces, and nephews to purchase, as well as their own children. Now, unlike Christmas today, where most children get numerous presents under the Christmas tree, the Seiberlings would have received only 1 or 2 things each. So this is a Christmas list that Gertrude kept for 1916 or 1917. It's not dated. She writes not only what she gifted to each person, but also then what she received from them. So it's a record kind of both ways. So just to give some examples, for her husband, F.A., she got him a desk set, socks, and suspenders. That's what F.A. got for Christmas that year. And in return, he gave Gertrude a platinum longinette, which is a kind of reading glasses that you would hold in front of you to read something. Irene and Virginia both received evening wraps and books. Frederick got ties, books, while Willard got a desk set and stationery, and Penfield received a sweater vest and a bathrobe. Franklin is listed as getting soldiers and also a bathrobe. Gertrude was very thrifty though when it came to shopping for all these people, because very often she would gift the same gift to multiple people. So she would buy in bulk almost back then. In this year, which again we're guessing is 1916 or 1917, for each of her sister-in-laws, she gave them a hostess handy book. So we assume this was maybe some kind of self-help book for how to host a party or how to be a host. And then for all of her brother-in-laws, they were all given ties. So again, she was trying to be pretty thrifty or be cognizant of her time and buy multiples of the same gift that she then could pass out to people that she thought they would like. So I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Thank you for joining me once again for this installment of The Vault. I look forward to sharing more again soon.